I'm David 𝐞𝐬𝐮𝐥𝐢, a defense lawyer specializing in California criminal cases. Thank you for taking the time to explore these legal issues with me. Today, we'll delve into a specific criminal law matter related to drug use, specifically fentanyl. Ever wondered what happens when a night of fun turns deadly? Picture this. Vicente David Romero, a resident of Temecula, finds himself in a courtroom, sentenced to a chilling 15 years to life in prison. His crime? The fentanyl-related death of Kelsey King. Romero, it seems, played a dangerous game by knowingly supplying King with fentanyl. The result was catastrophic, with King losing her life after ingesting just half a pill. You might be thinking, that's tragic, but it's just one case, right? Well, not quite. This particular case was merely the opening act, the first of 23 active homicide cases in Riverside County tied to fentanyl poisonings waiting in the wings to go to trial. And here's the kicker. Romero didn't intend for King to die, yet he was convicted of murder. You might be scratching your head wondering, how can a man be convicted of murder for something he didn't intend to happen? Well, that's where things get interesting. Let's dive into the legal theory behind this case. Welcome to the world of People versus Watson. In this realm, the intent to kill is not the only pathway to a murder charge. It's a legal theory that allows for charging someone with murder even if they didn't intend to kill, but knowingly engaged in dangerous behavior that risked lives. Now, how does this apply to our case? Well, Romero, the man from Temecula, did not intend to kill Kelsey King, yet he knowingly supplied her with fentanyl, a drug known for its deadly potency. She ingested just half a pill and tragically lost her life. Under People versus Watson, Romero's actions constituted a conscious disregard for human life. The key to this case was proving Romero's awareness of fentanyl's deadly potential, which led to the second-degree murder conviction. To secure a murder conviction in this case, the prosecutors had to prove that Romero was aware of fentanyl's lethality. They had to demonstrate that he knew he was dealing with a drug that could, and in this case did, snuff out a life. This signifies a possible shift in how we approach drug-related homicides. No longer merely a matter of accidental overdose, the law is now reaching out to hold those accountable who knowingly supply lethal substances. His knowledge of the risks associated with fentanyl and his decision to supply it, nonetheless laid the grounds for his murder charge. As a result, he was convicted and sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. So, a drug dealer can be convicted of murder even if they didn't pull the trigger. But what does this mean for the future of fentanyl cases? Picture this. A world where every drug dealer could be charged with murder. This case, where Vicente David Romero was sentenced to 15 years to life for supplying the fentanyl that led to Kelsey King's death, might just be a stepping stone towards that reality. The Riverside County District Attorney has already emphasized the need for significant consequences for those who supply fentanyl, given the alarming rise in fentanyl-related deaths. This case isn't just about one man, one victim, or even one drug. It's a landmark trial that has reverberating implications for the future of fentanyl-related homicide prosecutions in California. Vicente David Romero's conviction sets a precedent, demonstrating that the supply of lethal drugs can indeed be met with a murder charge. No longer merely a matter of accidental overdose, the law is now reaching out to hold those accountable who knowingly supply lethal substances. This case, the first of 23 active homicide cases linked to fentanyl poisonings to go to trial, could set a precedent. It might lead to a shift in the legal landscape where drug suppliers are held accountable for the lethal consequences of their actions. It's about the need for legal measures that can effectively deter the spread of lethal substances like fentanyl. This case could be the catalyst for a new approach in the fight against drugs, one where the dealers themselves are directly held responsible for the lives their drugs claim. This development isn't confined to the boundaries of the Golden State. It could influence the way drug-related homicides are prosecuted across the United States. Other states may follow suit, adopting similar strategies to tackle the devastating consequences of the opioid crisis. So, next time you think about the war on drugs, remember Vicente David Romero and the case that could change everything. It's crucial that individuals detained for such serious drug-related offenses seek out legal representation to examine their case intricacies and explore available legal pathways. If you're confronting similar allegations, reach out to our team at the law offices of David 𝐞𝐬𝐿. We're committed to pursuing dismissals or reductions of charges. Take advantage of our complimentary consultation by dialing 800-883-9076 or visit us online at 𝐶hesleylawyers.com.